Today we're taking this basic pair of jeans and transforming it with just fabric paint. I'm walking you through every single step, so let's get into it. For this project, you'll need a black denim base, some paint brushes, round stencil brushes, one wider soft brush, plus acrylic fabric paints in a few different colors. We'll pick those as we go. And 2 different stencils with arabesques and floral designs. I'm starting with light gray acrylic fabric paint and that round stencil brush. Now, this part's totally optional, but I definitely recommend holding your stencil in place with some masking tape. Here's the secret to getting that crispy, clean stencil look. Don't overload your brush and use a dabbing motion instead of brushing. For this design, I'm really focusing on defining those edges sharply, but I'm leaving some intersections a bit blurred, so it looks more visually dynamic. I love working with stencils, and I'll never get tired of saying it. They're an absolute game changer. You can download these exact designs from my website. They're part of the Whimsy Designs bundle. I'll drop the link in the description below. The cool thing about these kinds of patterns is that you can nest them together to create this really cohesive, all-over print, just like I'm doing here. I'm not measuring with a ruler or anything, just eyeballing it. But hey, if you're unsure, taking measurements never hurts to keep things exact. And as you can see, I'm doing this on both the front and back, just slightly changing up the layout so it doesn't look too uniform. Now, for this second stencil, I only want to use part of it, so I'm covering the section I don't need with masking tape to avoid any accidental painting. Switching to brown fabric paint now. Since this design's smaller, I'm not bothering with tape, just holding it with my hand. That's another awesome thing about stencils. You can always use them partially, like I'm doing right now. I went with brown because I wanted something subtle against the black denim. Though, honestly, a lighter brown would have looked pretty cool too. I'm overlapping these in some sections to create a more integrated design. And obviously, I'm repeating this on the back too, though I'm not showing that on camera because, well, that'd be boring. Now for the weathered look. I'm grabbing that wide, soft brush and some ochre paint to add a patina effect. I'm focusing mainly on the seams, and obviously I'm using barely any paint on the brush with really soft strokes, because we want a faded, blended effect, not harsh brush marks. By folding the jeans like this, I make sure there's no harsh visual line dividing the front and back, so both sides blend together nicely. For the final step, I'm using this needle nose bottle, another one of my absolute favorite tools. I'm adding lines following the design, but keeping it relaxed and loose, not tracing every single line perfectly. The bottle's filled with acrylic fabric paint mixed with a bit of water, so it flows easier. Or if you have it, you can use acrylic medium instead of water. And if you want to grab one of these bottles, I'll leave the link down in the description. I've got plenty of videos where I use it, and it's honestly such a lifesaver for creating fine lines without fighting a brush. The pressure needs to be gentle and consistent. The trick is not lingering in one spot longer than another, or you'll get paint pooling. You can practice all of this on a scrap piece of fabric or paper first to get the hang of it. And to finish up, once the paint's completely dry, I definitely recommend ironing it with a cloth on top. That helps set the paint, so it holds up better through washes over time. And here's the final result. I'm really into it. It's not as flashy as some other designs I've done, but I feel like it'd pair well with pretty much anything. If you liked this, give me a follow. I drop tutorials every single week. Catch you in the next one.